You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, B&B fans. So Steffy Forrester's cage is about to be the least of her problems because Luna-tic Luna revealed the building's set for demolition and she is about to be flattened. Somebody's got to save her, right? It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and fans are upset that Steffy doesn't even have a bucket toilet in that cage, and they're also on fire about who will save her in the end because I think we all know Jackie Wood is not being killed off of Bold and the Beautiful, but there is a bunch of names being thrown around by some of those clickbait sites and channels that say stuff to get you to click, and they never get anything right. One of the top ones being pushed is that Sheila Carter finds and staves Steffy Forrester to make Nine-Toed Sheila's redemption arc complete. There's some other craziness about Luna is her granddaughter. It's just crazy. I don't see it happening, not a bit. Nor do I see Deacon out there hunting for Steffy. You know, she's been blaming Sheila for everything from the latest murders to the weather if she doesn't like it. So I do wonder, once Luna is outed as the killer, if anybody's going to stop by Il Giardino and apologize for trash-talking Deacon's wife and accusing her of murder, but I doubt it. Sheila as a rescuer aside, because it's ridiculous, there are some top candidates for who might actually stumble across Steffy in time to save her. Top of that list, of course, is her husband, Finn, possibly her ex-husband, Liam, possibly even her ex-father-in-law, Bill Spencer. But who is going to get to Steffy before it's too late and break her out of Luna's twisted death cage that she's got her trapped in? Clearly, the best case scenario for not only Steffy, but also for Finn and Steffi's marriage is that he be the one to save her from his insane cousin, Luna Nozawa. The whole reason no one has been looking for Steffy is that she blew up at Finn for not listening to her about Hope Logan not being a good influence. It's less the kiss and more his stubborn refusal to listen to her, thinking he knows better, when Steffy and Hope have been rivals for more than a decade, and Steffy knows what she's talking about, at least from her perspective. So Finn, of course, wants to talk to Steffy, wants to check in with her, but he's also on a mission to check on both Luna and Poppy about what is going on, because he's a soft-hearted guy and he cares about his family. If you remember, Lee and Finn were talking and he mentioned he wanted to go check on Luna. And then his mom, Lee, agreed. But then when he said he was going to stop by their apartment, Lee said, oh, don't do that. Go to Bill Spencer's mansion instead, because that's where Luna and Poppy moved to. They don't even live at the apartment anymore. But first, Finn took a detour to the LA jail to check on his aunt. I'm sure Lee wouldn't like this, but Finn always tries to see the best in everyone, even the aunt who's accused of double murder. And I do think Poppy convinced him when she was begging him on that recent episode to go to her apartment, look for any evidence that could help her because she's been set up. And again, he wants to believe the best of people. So Finn been pointed at the apartment, you know, once he talked about it, and now Poppy has asked about it. And of course, that is where his wife is in a cage. However, spoilers for the end of this week instead have Finn heading to Bill Spencer's place. And that is where Steffy left her phone the day she saw Luna kissing Bill. Now, if Luna is smart, she would notice that there's a random phone lying on the front hall table of the mansion and turn it off or steal it, throw it out the back door. So the spoilers say Finn heads to Bill's and then he gets a clue. A lot of fans on Soap social media are making me laugh, saying, when has ever Finn gotten a clue? So despite the fans naysaying that, and I do have to agree, he doesn't always have a clue, it sounds to me like Finn may indeed find her phone. And if he asks, I'm sure Bill would mention Steffy dropped by to talk to Liam about watching Kelly while she heads out of town. If Luna's there when he stops by, you know, she can try and point him off the trail and discourage him from going to the apartment. Steffi's in her cage. She knows time is running out. She's really hoping Finn will find her. So maybe it will be her husband. But I do wonder, no matter who finds Steffy, if she's going to hold it against Finn, that he's now got 2 family members that tried to murder her, both his bio mom, Sheila, and now his psycho cousin, Luna. I mean, that is a gene pool you do not want to swim in at this point. So the second person on the list to consider as a possible rescuer is Bill Spencer. He cares a lot about Steffy, so much so that he tried to steal her from Liam at one point. And of course, Bill would be worried if Finn told him he thinks Steffy is missing, but that might be a hard sell because Steffy told Bill and Liam about the Hope kiss and why she was leaving town. So Bill may assume Steffy just needs some peace and quiet to think things through. But if Finn mentions to Bill that Poppy asked him to check her apartment for evidence to clear her name, maybe Bill will say, okay, I'll go there while Finn, you go check around other places to see if you can find Steffy, her favorite B&B or favorite hotel, whatever. I'm one of those shippers, I don't think I've mentioned this here before, who was hoping that Bill would end up with Steffy one day, despite her having been married to both of his sons in the past. I don't think Bill's ever going to get Steffy. I don't think Bold is ever really going to go there, but I do like their chemistry and I like them together. But still, if Dollar Bill is the one to find her, I think it would be amazing. So last, and what I think is the least desirable outcome, is that Liam Spencer finds Steffy with, the intent to save her. I mean, Liam has been all up in her and Finn's business for way too long. Liam loves to show up at Finn's office uninvited, dropping threats and accusations and just trash talking him like he just did again. And of course, Liam would love to steal Steffy from Finn. So honestly, if Liam were the one to find her, it might be the soapiest outcome because Steffy might even kiss him in gratitude, which will make it a total of 3 secret kisses between them that Finn doesn't know about. And, if Liam rescued Steffy, he would be throwing that in Finn's face for the next 5 years or more. And of course, Liam saving her would infuriate Finn, but at the same time, he'd have to be grateful because Liam finding Steffy is better than Luna getting away with a 3rd murder. So here's what would be a really fun twist to me is if whoever comes to rescue her, Finn, Bill, Liam, whoever, shows up to save Steffy, but Luna gets the drop on them. So far she's killed twice with drug overdoses, but she's expanding her homicidal horizons by moving on to this demolition death. So I think it might be really interesting if the person is trying to save Steffy and Luna's there. She pulls a gun on the rescuer and locks them in the cage with Steffy. I would be totally down for a double murder twist. Luna does seem to like killing in pairs like she did with Tom and Hollis. While this is what, I would like to see, I don't know if it'll happen. If Bold wanted to do max soapiness, they would have Luna thwart and capture the first rescuer and leave Steffy and that person in the life and death trap. And then somebody else has to come save them both. Now, I don't expect B&B to be that twisted and clever, but a girl can hope. All right, drop your comments and let me know who you hope saves Steffy Forrester from Luna-tic Luna. Please subscribe if you're not following us. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and definitely come back soon. We are talking B&B here 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.